संन्यासस्तु महाबाहो दुखम आप्तुम अयोगतः योगयुक्तो मुनिर्ब्रह्म नचिरेण अधिगच्छति. Hello friends, this is the sixth shlok of the fifth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Sanyasastu Mahabaho, which means renouncer, but O Mahabaho, which means O Arjun. Dukham aptum ayogatah, which means by not going to yoga receives sorrow. Yoga yukto munir brahma, which means Brahman yogi joined with yoga, nachiren adi gachati, which means for a long time does not go. So does not go over here means does not go into sorrow. So in this shlok, Shri Krishna is clarifying to Arjun that why it is special or better to be in yoga rather than being in sannyas. And what he tells Arjun over here is that a person might be situated in sannyas, but which means sannyas means renunciation. But if a person is renouncing things without remaining consistent with his inner divinity, then that person will receive sorrow also. Shri Krishna then further mentions that a person who is acting in a way which is consistent with the absolute truth, Brahma, which is present inside all of us, then such a person will never attain sorrow. For a long period of time, he will remain away from sorrow. So, basically, the point that Sri Krishna is making over here in this shlok is that you can be a renouncer, you can be a sannyasi, but if you are not really acting in a manner which is consistent with the inner divinity, then basically you will be still performing action and you will basically still be receiving sorrow. So there might be two aspects of this thing that we should understand. So the first aspect we have already discussed in the second and third shlok of this chapter, where we mentioned that a person might think that he is acting in a renunciation, but in reality he might not be renouncing. So the example is that of Arjun himself. Arjun is thinking that by retreating from this war he is actually renouncing, but in reality he is not really renouncing, he is acting because he is attached to his loved ones. So we might think that we are renouncing, but we might actually not be renouncing, and this confusion actually happens because of our limited understanding. So in our limited understanding we might think that we have renounced the things, but in reality we have not really. So that's why you might think that you are in sannyas, but you actually are not. And so this kind of behavior actually is not sannyas. This kind of behavior is not renouncing. This kind of behavior is just basically fooling yourselves to think that you're renouncing, but in actuality you are still behaving for your own selfish desire. So that is one aspect where we might go on the wrong path. The other way where it might happen is that a person might become completely dispassionate about things. So people say that everything in this universe is all just an illusion. So when a person thinks like that, in this thinking he might also think that if everything is an illusion, then why bother about anything? Why bother if the politicians are looting the nation? Why bother about the misguidance that a lot of fake dharmic preachers are doing? Why bother if the women are not safe in our society? Why bother if children are not really getting good education in our society? So you might think that everything is just illusions, and then why bother about all these things? So this kind of behavior also will lead to sorrow, because in this situation also, on the surface it might seem that a person is behaving in an unattached manner, but in reality the person is just being lazy. The person does not want to perform an action by creating some sort of discomfort for himself and confront the wrong things that are going on in a society. And so that person is too attached to his own self cocoon in which he has situated himself, where he just does not really care about anything. So that again is a wrong behavior. That again is a behavior which is not consistent with the inner divinity inside us. And so a person who behaves like that will also eventually attain sorrow. So these are the two aspects wherein we might think that we are acting in a renunciation manner, but our action actually is not consistent with the inner divinity. First one, of course, is that you might think that you are behaving in a manner which is unattached, but in reality you are still attached to it, and you have just fooled yourselves into thinking that you have renounced while you're not actually listening to your inner divinity. The other case wherein this might happen is when you become completely dispassionate about things, and you might think that you everything is delusion, everything is an illusion, and so why bother about performing for the good of everyone. So we have to be very careful in this regard, and therefore it is more important for us to behave in a manner which is consistent with our inner divinity. And so even if we have renounced, we have to still locate ourselves in yoga and behave in that manner. Then only we will be able to attain freedom. So that was the message that was presented in this shlok by Shri Krishna. I hope that I have explained that shlok well to you. With that, I'll close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.